Salute everyone. This is Lawrence D. Adams. What's going on, everybody? This is Lawrence D. Adams. When spirituality and the game combines, you have the thinking class. Man, if you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams. There was all I can say is yesterday night on Instagram was wild. Thank you for promoting. Thank you. Shout out to these nuts. I'm going to say it. Shout out to you. Coming in already, dropping the $1.99. I appreciate that. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow, make sure you follow me on Instagram. The post I put up has caused a stir. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to do a video about it. I'm gonna have to do a live or Instagram live on it because it was crazy last night. I think about 2:00 in the morning it was going on. 2:00 in the morning, the comments, the rebuttals that this can't be true. You got to see on Instagram. I think I got the. Let me see if I got it. Let me see if I got it. Oh no, I got the video up here. Do I need to play the video? I don't know. Let me know in the chat room because you might stir it up a little bit. So today we are talking about post-war, how to find yourself in a healthy relationship. And this video, let me go say this right now for all those YouTube algorithms and everything like that. It is fair use in the video that I'm about to share. I got to re-enter in 1 second. Let me pop this up right quick. But it's fair use. Fair use. 1 second. Oops, wrong one. It is fair use. You say play the video? Y'all, I was getting everybody who you want me to play the video, let me know. You want me to play the video that I posted on what's going on? Joe Blast, John the W. Do y'all want me to play the video that caused a stir on? I stopped and made a comment on it as it played. Okay. Do y'all want me to? Do you want me to play the video that has caused a stir on my Instagram? And I didn't even say it. I didn't say it, but it's caused a stir. I got DMs, I got commentaries, I got a litany of things that were said. I think I can play it. Let's see. This is like I'm gonna say right now, it's fair use. So if you want me to play it, if you want me to play the video, I need you to put John the W. Y'all trying to get me stirred up. It's been in line with fair use. You can't let it play without interruption. To be in line with fair use, you can't let it play without interruption. Play the video. To be in line with fair use, you can't let it play without interruptions. So okay, see now the dean has spoken. So we're gonna play the video. Man, it was crazy. I'm gonna ask one person, Sharice, do you think I should play it? Okay, I see you, Deliska. You saying I should? So y'all think I should? You think I should play it? All right. Okay, here we go. Here's the video. This video right here. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see the comments that are Amazing. And I didn't even say it. I didn't even say it. Stop, make comments. Okay, I'll do that. So the video is, I only got a snippet of it because it's much longer. It's only 15 seconds, I think. 15 seconds of it. So I don't have the full video. But let me put it right here. So here we go. Let me see if I can do this. See if we can do this. Here's the video right here. This is all live. You would check it out. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play the video. Let me find it. Here it is.
A Spanish woman, they're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that way?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real.
Say that again?
Most black women are raised to be strong, tough.
Oh, and I didn't play it all. That's not even the whole thing. Let me play it one more time so everybody can hear what was said. This goes in line to the post-war, find yourself in a healthy relationship. I'm gonna play it one more time. Let me take the banners off so you can see it. And it's not the full video. That's the thing. It's not even the full video. So let me take this off right here so you can see it. One more time, and play it one more time. Let me know what you think in the chat room when I play this video. Now I'm gonna do a special live on Instagram or I might just do a this complete show just on this video. Ready?
A Spanish woman, they're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that way?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real.
Say that again?
Most black women are raised to be strong, tough.
Oh, right there. Oh, what you say in the chat room? Did you see it? Did you see the video? Now it's much longer than that. It's much longer than that. It's way longer than that. It's way longer than that. He said much more and he gave it examples. But I will say, when that video posts, and it was just a clip of it, do you understand what took place in my DMs? Do you understand what took place on the comment section with just that video? I had women who opposed it, and I had women who agreed with it. I had a woman say, "Yeah, you just right," and I said, "I want you to help the sisters. Let them figure it out themselves." That's what she said. She said, "Let them figure it out themselves," because it's true. In the comments, y'all let me know, brothers, sisters, everybody in here, is what the brother said, and I got to find out who he is and who that lady was it true in what he said? Or was it, let's put it that way, was it factual about some black women, the reason why they're not wives? Now, this is not the first time the discussion came up. Kevin Samuels had made the same synopsis about black women, and they came after him. So this is nothing new. But we're talking about post-war and having a healthy relationships. And sometimes, as Joe Blast put in there, you're going to have to step on somebody's toes. So I heard so much yesterday. You know, I heard that black women has gone through a whole lot of things and we had to be strong. We had to go through things. And, we're always downtrodden. We, most of the men are gay and they're in jail. They don't have nothing. I heard it all yesterday. Which is not true. It's not true. That's only to prop up. If you look at the statistics, it's only to prop up what? The narrative for them saying that they're strong and that they need to be independent. I can see where it could cause some issues with women who are closed-minded and take offense to it. It's just a social commentary that is generally true to invite discussion for viable solutions. That was the point of it. It's factual to a certain degree, LDA. I say that because I have interacted with non-Black women on dating apps and on Instagram, and they are no better. It's global. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, both. Thank you, brothers, for the commentary. This goes into what we're talking about. How to find what? A healthy relationship. No, come on. This goes in. Willie Lish did a hell of a job. Dude, that's even going there. But from 1965 on, with the advent of the civil rights movement being disbanded, and then you have the Black Panther movement coming in, and then the feminist movement coming in, this is what you got. This is what you got. So we're dealing with almost 50 years plus of women being conditioned that they don't need a man, and that someone else, the government, is going to be their man. And now that narrative has been put in books, it's been on social media, it's been everywhere. And here I am saying we need to bring a solution. I am not here to bash any Black woman or any woman. I'm here to say, hey, sis, whatever your race, we need each other. We need each other. But what happens is when you have these conversations, people get in their feelings because they don't believe it's them. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and say, it's me. When you realize it's you, you can make the necessary changes. And even what do you do when, say, a group of men who grew up in the house where the mother ran things and the father was not in the position, and he's there because she's the dominant one. She's the strong, independent one. What kind of son does she raise? What is she doing to actually help what? Her son find a viable wife. What's going on, Maurice? Shout out to you, brother. I've seen the entire view. Let them figure it out themselves. Ask him or anybody else starting in the wrong place. Start with the destruction and the dehumanization of the Black family for the cause of this issue. The solution starts with dialogue, where both parties come in and acknowledge their baggage. Bruh. Dialogue. And I'm glad I posted only just a little bit. That's what's missing. If you cannot acknowledge that you have baggage, or somebody sees that you have baggage and you're about to take a flight, guess what? Your plane is going to crash. Let me read what Maurice said. This is my brother. I've been knowing him since 1986, I think, 86, 87. Even probably a little bit further back in there. Junior high school, I've been knowing him. I have seen the entire video. Let them figure it out themselves. Ask him or anybody else is starting in the wrong place. Start with the destruction and the dehumanization of the Black family for the cause of this issue. The solution starts with dialogue, where both parties come in and acknowledge their baggage. Acknowledge their baggage. Please, some people don't recognize who they're looking at in the mirror. Very good point. Joe Blast, some women would never be saved because their hearts are hardened like Pharaoh's Ramsey. My God, let me read what Maurice said. This is my brother. I've been knowing him for, shout out to you. Thank you for your service. Let me say that. Let me say that first and foremost. Thank you for your service, Maurice. Thank you for your service. It's military. I have seen the entire video. Let them, and it's interesting. Some women know the truth, know that men do not like strong, independent women. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? They said, let them figure it out themselves. I'm going to get them man. I'm going to get my own man. Whether you want to admit it or not, ladies, it is a competition to get the best man. And we're talking about healthy. We're talking about this because it needs to be talked about. I don't know how we got turned to this, but we're here now. Yes, Maurice. Aisha said, yes, Maurice. What's going up, Phil? Women need to submit to their husband, but husbands have to have a mission. So she actually submits to the mission. Correct. Not really the man. The man needs to a mission for the family because a house divided will not stand. Very good point. We're here now. What's going on, True Sabbath? So I want we just think about this. Think about this. Think about this. Good point, Philip Donald. Is very, very, very true. Very true. And what we talked about this last year about the men having a mission. Where are you going? Where place are you going? But at the same time, the woman, even though the man has to have his part, the woman has to have her part too. And what we can't do is for either party to play the excuse game, or I went through this and this took place. What we don't talk about. Let me cut through the chase. Let me cut through the chase. Let me cut through the let me say this because it needs to be said. What we don't talk about is I like that word, dehumanization of black men. We don't talk about that. We think that only the black woman or women has suffered. Do you know the things I have seen since junior high school? When my friend, I'm not going to say his name, Maurice should know him, got killed over some Jordans. Over Jordans in junior high school. Over Jordans. Do you see the things I have seen as a black man and experienced? So black women and women, you're not the only one who has been victimized, who's been denied. When I was in college, I experienced racism from my guidance counselor in college. So it's not just one-sided. But what we do is we got to realize that a lot of us need to get therapy and get the baggage off of us. Y'all got me stirred up today. I don't know why y'all doing this. There's no life there. Just there's no help for some other these males, right? It all begins and ends with the ego on both sides. The inability to look at social situations critically and use as a means to introspection, and often done away and to simplify our false biases. Good word, these brothers, dude. Santia, you know, we went to Santia and Maurice and I we went to junior high school together. I went to elementary school with Santia. She knows. Junior high school buddy of ours got killed. EJ, I'm gonna say his name, got killed over some Jordans because they were trying to rob him. So you think that we as men have not gone through nothing? We haven't experienced anything? That you're the only ones who have did things, have gone through situations? Baby, please, 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 please. We have to say in here in UK, they think it's all over. It is now. Come on. So yes, this conversation needs to be had. Chantel, you remember you know. Yes, it did go on. She knows. So this conversation needs to be had. How does this all fan out to have a healthy relationship? We need to have a healthy dialogue between each other. And you have to be okay when I call out your sugar honey iced tea. And what has happened is, let me explain it because I just explained it to somebody what's happening, what's going on. If you want to know what's going on, let me explain what's going on. What is going on is we're having, and I'm going to coin it, we're having an awakening of men. It's been going on. The rubbling's been going on. We're having an awakening, my friend, for years. Come on. We're having an awakening of men, and men are now getting their voice back. Let me say that again. Men are getting their voice back. And so what has happened for 65, for over 50 years, a lot of men's voice have been muted. And because it's been muted, they haven't been able to say and express and say, I don't like this. Some men. Because you look in the media, men have been put down. They ain't nothing. He's dumb. He's the nerdy one. He's never the cool one. Or he's just a tool. It's never been that men have now say, hey, I don't like this. So it's a wake-up call. So in order for us to have a healthy dialogue and to find ourselves in a healthy relationship, what do we need to do? Let me read this comment because this is really good. Maurice. In no way is a female responsible for anything other than women may have done to me or I'm responsible for any other man did to the woman. Too many of our parents raise children through the lens of their past or biases. So when the children when it's here you put down the opposite sex to their father and mother, what do you think the results will be when they meet on social settings? Ladies sometimes taught to mistrust men. You go into what I want to get in. And men taught not to trust females that stick with you and how you raise. Dude, come on. Thank you so much for the. Appreciate that. Thank you for that right there. Now you hit what I really wanted to get at today. LDA, too many women are unnecessarily resistant. They can't even follow simple requests. I haven't got time for that kind of BS. Raise your standards, gentlemen. Men need a safe place to express. Thank you, Mason. Thank you, Shalana. Thank you so much. That is so true. We getting here. It's a war out here, and I need a woman who will go down. Wait a minute. He said, it's a war out here, and I need a woman who get down in the trenches with me. Come on. Y'all going in. Men actually out here, men act out because they're not taught to express themselves. Thank you. So look at this. Oftentimes we don't have healthy dialogue because we are not focused on having a contest regarding the opposing of Olympics because of the sexes. One gender often takes marginal to the other due to biases. Let me break this down right here. You guys are giving some truth. We ain't stirring up the pot today. Let me say this. Maurice, you hit it right to where I wanted to go at. Do you think I should? You know what? I'm going to do this only this one time. If you want to come up, and I know who you are, this is the opportunity to come up. We're going to open up the channel because it's a good dialogue. I like it. It's heated. This is what I like. There's the link. I put the link in the bio. Do you understand something that you said, Maurice, is what I wanted to talk about today? The issue isn't about if the woman can submit. The issue isn't about if someone else have a mission. The issue that we have is that we have been taught not to trust one another. If you come up, please keep your comments short and concise. This is not to bash men or women. I will pull you. Trust me. So we are very precise on what we're doing today. But the issue today that we have is that we do not trust others. Women do not trust men, and men do not trust women. So the issue is, because of my mistrust of you, I will now only trust you, but to a certain degree. We don't trust each other. I'm done. I'm done in a workout, Ilya. I'm coming up next time. I'm doing a workout. Okay, true. I can say that this here, I had to learn myself and learn from my past. That's what I'm talking about. We do not trust each other. The women been taught by their mothers or by who are aunties, whatever, don't trust that. Don't trust old man, father, you can see him. So, and inadvertently, what they did was they became a man. Men have been taught you better not trust that woman, because they're always trying to get you. They go, they say they ain't nothing for you. And what has happened is because of the mistrust, we can't have a healthy dialogue, or we cannot take it when someone is calling us onto the carpet. Well put, Marcus. In fact, there's a lot of that going on whereas women are either allowing our past relationships to the reason to do not trust men, or we are being taught from parents not to trust men, and vice versa, with men letting the past be the reason they can't trust again. We have to start somewhere rather than be stuck and not move forward as stepping out in faith. Simple. We're all out of pocket. I believe in African Americans, as well as we as women had to be a man's piece. Let it let's go up. Let's get the lights up. What's going on, Bernie M? So yes, this conversation needs to be happening. What the problem is, why we don't have healthy relationships? We're afraid to have the dialogue, and we're afraid we don't trust each other. So for those who are just coming in, I'm going to play the video one more time. I got to play the video one more time. I got to play it one more time. Fair use and playing the video one more time. Let me move this out the way. Move the banner. Oh, not that one. Move that banner. Move this. We're going to play the video one more time. Ready? Here we go.
Spanish women, they're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that way?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real.
Say that again?
Most black women are raised to be strong, tough.
And I ain't play the whole thing. I didn't play the whole thing. When the woman, it's a cultural thing. We have been traumatized, too much trauma bound. Correct. When the woman finds out they have been disrespected, respecting their warriors, and those they thought were going to protect them, turn on them, they will realize their demise. Men, let it happen. Good point. Let me correct. African Americans have a problem trusting each other. Very true. We don't even trust each other when it comes to business. And I heard the whole thing about, hey, we don't trust each other. Let me say this, and this is gonna stir the pot. Do y'all want me to say it? Yes or no? Do you want me to really say what I'm about to say next? You see my shirt. Thank you to my homegirl. She got this for me. She got her business. Shout out to her, Mind Your Own Business. I can't even think of her name right now, but shout out to her. So when you are in LDA, many women are taught to be wives. Women are not taught to be wives before even being a wife. Correct. My family, Bernie, what's up? Yes, that's the truth. Let me say this. Man, my thing is going off. Who's? So let me say this. This is the problem that comes up. Because we don't trust each other, women don't trust men, or the black woman does not trust the black man. And as Nick said, even in the UK, it's a problem over there. There's an issue with trust. And because the mistrust, and then when the woman enters into being strong and independent, which are masculine terms, whether we like it or not, because everyone will want to be, it's not like that. Strong means the opposite of weak. When I say strong, or what strong is being presented in the context that it's masculine. What happens is a lot of women have not been taught to be strong in their femininity. Let me say that again. A lot of women have not been taught how to be strong in their femininity. So what they've been taught to do is be strong in their masculinity, and vice versa. We have a lot of men who have been taught to be strong in their femininity and not strong in their masculinity. So when we use the wrong word strong or emphasize that, guess what happens? It throws everything off. So when a man sees that a woman is strong in her femininity, and Black Jack put this so clearly, I caught it right there. Is strong in her femininity and she independent. Why do you think a black man or men should protect her? Why should they protect her? She's strong. She's independent. She can do it herself. Why should she need the protection? So let me break that down again. When women say, let me say this correctly. When men hear women say, I'm strong and independent, the first thing that calculates in the man mind is you trying to be like us, strong and independent. No matter how you try to interpret it, when it comes to us, the consumer of you, the woman, we interpret what you said as you're being strong and independent and that you want to bristle up. That you want to bristle up. I don't care if you're trying to say, I didn't mean it that way. It's not like that. You said you want me to be weak. No. What's going on, Alpha Kingdom? When a man hears that a woman say, I'm strong and I'm independent, first thing we think is, I ain't going to deal with that. Just be very clear. We as men are not going to deal with it. You might think that sounds sexy. You might think that sounds like, ooh, I want that. No man wants to deal with a strong and independent woman. That's how it comes off to men. Let me accentuate that. No man wants to deal with a strong and independent woman. I can do it myself. Hear me roar. No man wants to deal with that. A man wants, shout out to Kevin Samuels, that a woman that is feminine, cooperative. We've been saying cooperation on here for the longest. Submissive. We've been saying that. That does not make you weak. It makes you very strong because you're strong in the nature that you are. Y'all may not want to hear this. What's going on, beautiful Animated? What's going on, Alpha Keaton? What's going on, brother? A man got to have a mission. If his mission is to have sex with you and you have sex with him, mission accomplished. That's where the growth of the relationship ends. Just one example. Please understand what I'm saying. When she starts saying, you know what? Sigma, dude. Do you know? Dude, Sigma, you just hit it. You hit something, man. You make me want to. If I was over there in the Netherlands, I would have been high-fived you for this comment right here. This comment right here. He says, when she starts saying, bruh. One thing I don't do, anybody who know me, I don't give women grip at all. Grip is the handshake we may do when two men get together. I don't give women grip. I don't care. You give me a hug or on a side hug or whatever, but I am not giving you grip. I ain't giving you grip. I ain't about to be like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? I'm not about to give you grip. I just can't. I ain't gonna do it. But I had a situation. Ooh, boy, Sigma, you hit, man. You stirred me up with that one, man. You stirred me up with that one. Peace and blessing, brothers. Hey, what's going on? Okay, y'all. My daughter said she loved hearing men teach these principles. Wow. Shout out to your daughter. Let me say something. I know a beautiful young lady. What I mean beautiful. She's beautiful. Nice looking. She's in shape. Nice shape. Beautiful smile. If I was to post a picture, I'm not going to post a picture. I'm not going to say who she is. I know a beautiful lady. Beautiful. She said, bro, what I'm saying, and she was making an explanation to what she was talking about. Bruh, what I'm saying this, bruh, when I'm saying that, bruh, when I'm saying that, bro, when I'm saying that. Automatically, any thoughts that I had about her just went out the window. And she's bad. Beautiful hair. She was like, yo, bro, I'm just saying, you don't understand what I'm saying. I said, ooh. Immediately, please, ladies, understand what I'm saying. It was a turn off. I was like, oh my God. So I let it slide the first time. Then she said it again. Yo, bro, well, I'm just saying, it's just like this and this and this. I went, I was like, it was all bad from that point on. It was a turn off. Do you hear me? Turn off completely with that. I was like, how this chick is fine as wine. Had the walk, got the heels, everything shaped on fire. She opened her mouth and said that. I hate to be so graphic, but when she said that, the whole NASA, the launching system, the rocket system went, Houston, we have a problem. When she said, yo, bro, what I'm saying, Houston, we have a problem. The launching system went all the way down. It went all the way down. How are you that way? And you calling me bro, and we ain't even like that. It's a song I used to say back in the I can't think of who it is. It's treated like a lady. First, we need the ladies to be a lady. When I hear bro or bruh, I hear a man's voice. Thank you so much. It's your spirit. Yeah, it's your spirit. I pay no mind to a female that do the broad good talk. No home training. Where's your feminine mama? Right. Then you go males that call women bro too. Right. I have a gorgeous woman turn me off too. Yeah. When guys calling women bro, I'm not going to call a woman bro, and I'm not giving no woman grip. Very maxi from a woman and gives boy, yeah, bruh, no sweetheart. Hey, baby girl, right? You guys are getting it. So what I'm saying is, in order to have a healthy relationship, we got to have healthy dialogue, but we got to trust each other. But sisters, my sisters, I had to put on my Malcolm X, my Elijah Muhammad. Boys, sisters, don't ever forget that you are a female, beautifully crafted in the image of God. But when you act like a man, it is a turn off. So let me emphasize that. When you saying, bro, what's up, my nigga? I don't care where you were raised at. It is not feminine. You will not get the respect or the love that you want from us men. We'll leave you, just be very honest, and we hate to say this, but when you act like that, we'll leave you hanging to dry. What's going on, Ted? What's going on, Ted? To be honest, when I hear the N-word from a girl in the casual area, it's a turnoff. See, men are speaking up. Men are speaking up. We don't want to hear that. Ted in the building. Shout out to, unless you have a grip on money to give me, that's a grip I accept. I agree with that. They all get the communication wrong. We trust each other, then we are reminded who we really are, have to depend on. I learned the hard way. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, come on. LDA, the question is, do women want to be Jezebels or do they want to be Rubes? Da-da-da-da. In order to have a healthy relationship, what time is it, man? Y'all, why you gonna do that to me, Unique? In order to have healthy relationship post-war, yeah, we took the gloves off today. Do women want to have healthy relationships? Do they want to be Ruth or do they want to be Jezebel? If you look at the current culture that we are in globally, what has been propagated to our women, black, white, whoever they are, globally, the only things that's saving some women is because of culture, is that is a spirit or a mindset of Jezebel. Jezebel ran her husband. Ruth was married and her what? Husband died, and she clinged to her what? Mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law what? Showed her how to get a king. What has happened is we have not had the training, because I know they're gonna try to flip it. What about the men? What about the men? What about the men? We're talking about the women, so don't try to flip it. Or you ain't gonna move the goalposts. There has not been effective training on women being Ruth. Let me say what happened to Ruth. She was married. Her husband died. She went on. I'm giving a short version. She hooked it. She stayed with the what? The mother-in-law. Mother-in-law had another family member who was Boaz. But in the meantime, the mother-in-law gave her pointers and guidelines on how to get what? Boaz. Many older women are not teaching the younger women how to be effective wives. Jezebel are to be stoned and cast out. Why? But you got to understand, in order for there to be a Jezebel, there has to be an Ahab. Come on. And if I was to be real about this, if I was to really cut through the chase, we have a lot of men who are Ahab, who are allowing their women to run them. Run. Y'all gonna make me do Sunday school teaching? Come on, man. What y'all trying to do? Don't worry, ladies. We hold accountability on this channel. So it ain't. Don't think I'm just not getting on the men, on the women. I'm getting on the women too. This is why we have to listen to understand and not respond all the time. If a man and woman are in an impasse and are both parties willing to communicate to get full clarity regarding each other's right. So let me say this again. Ahab is a simp. Woo! We have a lot of men who are Ahabs. Y'all making me pull up my Sunday school. I mean, I guess it is when spirituality and game came to play. In order for there to be a Jezebel, there has to be a what? Ahab. In order for there to be a Jezebel, there has to be an Ahab, and Jezebel was after to kill the what? The prophet, the voice. Do y'all get what I'm saying to you? Let me break it down. In order for there to be a Jezebel, I'm not going all the way into the story. You know what Jezebel was? She had men around her that were eunuchs. They cut off their testicles so they couldn't reproduce around her. Let me say that again, so I'm being graphic and being precise. So, and I'm not giving the full story. So all the Bible teachers and preachers and all the prophets and all that, don't come in my ear. You didn't give the full story and you took it out of context. And no, let me say it. She had men around her that were eunuchs. Eunuchs are men whose reproduction abilities have been cut off. I'm going to start Ahabians. Right. So Sims created. Oh, come on. LGA. Many women believe in being a Jezebel is less boring, but the consequences are short term. But being Rufus will provide long term. Come on. So we got a lot of Ahabs that are out there. Let's be very clear. So we can talk about the women, but in reality, there are a lot of Ahabs And there are a lot of eunuchs. Eunuchs. Look up the word. Eunuchs. They are men whose sexual organs have been cut off. That means you have no ability to produce and you are not a threat. Man, y'all got me teaching this, man. Why y'all got me out here doing this? Let me say that again. So we have a lot of men who may not be physically eunuchs, but they are eunuchs because they're not producing anything. So you're no threat to a Jezebel. You're no threat to a Jezebel. You're not a threat. What are you going to do? Oh, stop it. You're not going to do anything. You are no threat to a Jezebel. You're no threat to an Ahab because your reproduction organs have been snatched. In order for there to be a Jezebel, there have to be an Ahab and there have to be eunuchs. This may be too much for you guys, man. I don't know why y'all got me going in. How do we raise above the rhetoric of Ahab and the eunuchs? Ooh, good question. How do we raise above the rhetoric of what? Somebody need to put some super chats on something because I'm going in today. I don't see no super chat but one from Golden Child and from These Nuts. Come on, somebody need to say something. Y'all might need to do some super chat, some cash app, something. Y'all need to come on. Y'all need to, for me to go this far in at 120, come on. How do we raise above that? The first thing we have to recognize Jezebel. Even if it's not a particular woman per se, but the spirit of Jezebel. Second of all, we have to look at where is the spirit of Ahab and the eunuchs around us. Once we recognize that, we got to accept it, that some men are just eunuchs. They ain't going to produce nothing. They talk good game, but they don't have any game. Eunuchs. They ain't producing nothing, no results. Then we had to realize there's Ahab who enables what? Jezebel. So how do we rise above their rhetoric? There has to be a prophet, someone to speak. And it was Elijah. There has to be men who begin to speak and declare. This is, in so many words, he didn't say this in the scriptures. I want no Bible teachers coming on my head. I don't want to hear it. This is the way, and this is the way we need to walk in. So how do we raise above it? The first thing is men have to get their voice back. They have to speak. Your ability to create is in your ability to speak. Your ability to create is in your ability to speak. And what has happened is men have not been speaking or declaring things. And that is the reason why we have not raised or risen above the rhetoric of Ahab and what? The eunuchs. He speaks. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Blackjack, right there. Y'all better, yeah, thank you so much. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So a lot of men, you need to speak. So we have been more talk, but no action. So don't think it's just about speak. Your speak must line up with your actions. Elijah spoke and said, "Oh, get your prophets, Ahab, and I'm gonna do this." And he spoke, and things happen. That's fact. Okay, y'all talking amongst each other. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for Black. I appreciate that. Somebody else dropped the super chat, $2.99 or whatever the case may be. Y'all need to drop something. I'm going in today. Cash App, Lawrence D, $ Lawrence D Adams. So what happens is for men to rise above the rhetoric of Ahab and the eunuchs, he needs to speak, but his speaking must do some walking, or his speaking must be coupled with actions. Got to be some actions. We got too many, man. This old things that James Brown said, talking loud and ain't saying nothing. Your words just produce some actions. That is the reason why Elijah was able to take out Ahab and Jezebel, because when he said something, it happened. The older women tried to be younger, and the younger girls tried to be older. So there's no teachers, mentors, and examples of how to be a woman. So you have a student, you have to be student to be called a lady. The problem is this. The problem, this professor. That is very true. That goes right to Ruth. Ruth and Naomi was her name. Her mother-in-law was named Naomi. She's told Ruth, this is what you do to get this man. When he go lay down, go sit, put your head at the foot of him, not on top of him, trying to grind on them. No, she told him to lay where? After she went, let me say something about Ruth. She was out there working. Ruth was out there putting in the work. She was out there, what? Getting the harvest and doing all. I mean, I'm not, please, Bible scholars and all y'all, don't get me all twisted up. You didn't say it right. I don't want to hear it. She was out there putting in some work. And what did he notice? Boaz noticed that Ruth was putting in the work. She was about her business. She was not trying to be a dude. She was putting in work. She was putting in some work. She was husked. She was doing this. So when he went to sleep, thank you, beautiful animator. I appreciate that right there. Hearing is a natural for one of our senses. Listening requires hearing and comprehend what being heard. I heard you. I'm like, but didn't listen. But did you listen? Correct. There is a difference. I have a whole teaching on that. Appreciate that, beautiful animated. So the thing is, what Philip said, it was so important. Naomi taught Ruth on what to do, how to get Boaz. I did a whole thing years ago about Boaz's dad, but we need to look beyond woman getting Boaz. We need to look at, what did Ruth do? How humble was Ruth to say, hey, she said, I'm gonna roll with you, Naomi. Remember Naomi's son is dead. Ruth could have went somewhere else and found another guy, but she went with her mother-in-law and learned how to get another man. My hands have been itching, so I'm ready to know the means and unaccountable money coming in. Yes, money's coming in. I wish I had listened to Miss Wells when we were younger. Yes. So yes. So you got to understand. Ruth, her husband. Thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Thank you, Unique. I appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. Let me make sure y'all get the story correct, and I'm just breaking it down slowly. Ruth, husband had died, and the mother-in-law was Naomi. She rolled with Naomi and went to somewhere else, and what? Seen Boaz like, ooh, I like him. Naomi said, hey, girl, let me tell you how to get with him. She did not, let me say this. She did not shake. She did not twerk to get Boaz. She didn't twerk to get Boaz. Because don't think there was not prostitutes back then in those times. So don't think it wasn't going on. She didn't twerk to get Boaz. She didn't drop it like it's hot. She was a lady. Even when Naomi said, hey, he's going to be in there and lay at his foot. What does that mean symbolically for Ruth to lay at the foot of a man? Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this, man. Y'all ain't ready for this. What does it mean for Ruth, for Naomi to tell Ruth to lay at the foot of the man? Symbolically, it can mean that I'm submitting to his authority, or I'm cementing his feet is his understanding. Man, it's too much. I shouldn't be teaching this, man. I shouldn't be going to this. I shouldn't be teaching. Shouldn't be even going this. She's submitting to what? His understanding, his feet, his direction. As Philip said earlier, his mission. She could have laid beside him. She could have laid on top of him. And God, she could have laid on top of Boaz. And Boaz would have looked at her as what? She just trying to get something because I'm the king. She laid where? She laid at his feet. Whew. Remember Mary Magdalene? She was humble enough to point out the word she dried Jesus' feet with her hair. Right. Facts. Facts. Ruth was being submissive to lay at his feet of him. Right. Come, please understand. Right, Asia. Right. She laid where? At his feet. Y'all thinking, wow, and his feet. And we look back then, feet is somewhere, they dusty, got to wash off and everything like that. But the feet was his understanding, his mission, his direction. She laid there when he woke up like, whoa, yo, chick, why you doing here? How many women are willing to lay at the feet of a man's understanding? His leadership, laying at his feet because she was aware of him to lead. Thank you, Asia. Come on. She was willing to lay at the man's feet. Do you understand? Brothers, do you understand? Sisters, do you understand? She lay there. Then, if I was to fast forward some other stuff that took place, she had to be groomed. Even though this is the other part. And I'm really going in. Y'all need some other way, super chat, cash, or whatever the case may be. This is the other part. Naomi only got her to one point, to Boaz. But once Boaz chose her, peep the game. Once Boaz chose her, once Boaz said, yeah, I want her, what took place next? She had to be groomed to be his queen. She was not a queen yet. Let me say that again. She had to be groomed to be a queen. So all these women tell me I'm a queen and you can't tell me nothing and I'm the queen and this and you have not been groomed to be a queen to who? To what man? To what man? Naomi took her to only to a degree. That's what we're missing. We don't have any Naomis. But what we need now is once you get the man or the man chooses you, you have to be groomed to be his queen. You can't be a queen to every man. If this is resonating with you, let me know in the chat room because I see we got people watching. If this is grooming, this is resonating today. I get this. Let me know. Put 22 in the chat room. 22 in the chat room. This is resonating with you. You never heard this game like this before. 22 in the chat room. She was groomed to be his what? Queen. So much so that years later, people didn't even recognize that was Ruth. Aren't you Naomi's? Are you Naomi's daughter-in-law? You ain't heard a game like this before. Today's Naomi's are in the club, dressed like her daughter, competing for the daughter's man. Bingo, bing bong, bing bong. You ain't heard it break down like this. Y'all heard the Sunday school. Believe me, I know people look at the Bible. It's the Bible, and you can debate the Bible all you want. Miss me with all that. The reality of it is the story is being played out right now. We have no Naomis. We have Jezebels. We have Ahabs, and we have eunuchs. We have no Elijahs who was able to speak and declare things and for things to happen. That's the real game. That is the real game. What woman is willing to lay at the understanding, at the feet or the direction of a man? What woman is going to listen to another woman on how to get a man? And I'm not talking about get in his pockets, how to get to so she can be his husband, so she can be his wife. Do you see how we missed it on this whole thing? It goes back to the video I shared. Do you see how we missed the mark? How many women are really? You can't be strong and independent. I'm going to tell you what I'm going on and lay at the feet of a man. And I know the whole narrative is, oh, you know what? Well, all these men, ain't none of these men Boaz. That's the problem. Your attitude is wrong. Well, he don't got this. He ain't no king. You ain't ready to be a wife. Because I know the narrative. I know the whole speech. When none of these men got their stuff together, their credit jacked up, they live with their mama, and they do. Why are you dealing with those type of men? Naomi gave her the plan and said, this man you need to pick, but you got to get yourself together. Oh my, look how Rebecca manipulated her husband to establish the blessings of Jacob instead of Esau, as still the whole house out of order, and as at the door the whole house out of order. Come on, man, do we would even go there? Do you understand what Rebecca did? The game that she played, that's in Genesis. Who's ever find a wife, find a good thing and obtain fame for the Lord? This scripture right here is so key right here because it's used so many times. And I need to go. And you're gonna make me go here. Only a husband can find a wife. Only a husband can find a wife. Only a husband can find a wife. He has to be a husband in consciousness in order to identify a woman that is a what? A wife. And only a wife can be found. Only a woman who is a wife in consciousness can be found by a husband. I'm going to end with that. Y'all got me. Woo. And today's rules are being overlooked due to some men letting their trust issues dictate the potential in a healthy relationship. Good point. Let me say that again. He that finds a wife and find a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, good, right. Let me get to that. Only a man who's in consciousness of finding a wife, not a hoe, not a quick, let me lay down and stick this in you. No. Only the man that what? Only a man who's in conscious of being a husband first. So he has to be in the consciousness of being a what? A husband. We know the example. If you have a certain car and you like it, you're looking for a Toyota, you're looking at a Nissan. All of a sudden you begin to see all the Nissans because you're in the consciousness of what? Of finding a Nissan. The same is true when a man is in the consciousness of finding a wife. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to find a wife. On the other side, the woman has to be in the consciousness and in the readiness to be of a wife in order to be found by a husband so that they can obtain what? Favor. Man, y'all got me teaching today. He's not going to find a dapping her up. Correct. That was for somebody. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Maybe your attitude and demeanor only attracts those deemed undesirable. It's self-fulfilled prophecy. Thank you, Jonathan W. To affirm your belief. This asserts that you're perfect without fault, which is false. Facts, LDA. He's not going to find her dapping her up. Come on, bruh. That car thing and seeing more is that car thing and seeing it more is the truth, bruh. One last thing, and this is for the men. Be very selective in choosing a woman and be sexually disciplined with those who you will destroy your empire if you allow it. Y'all are going in. That's why I say, that's why Beautiful Adam say, that's why I say, that's why I say how you want your marriage is how your relationship should be. Stop playing. I totally agree. I totally understand this. I'm feeling today. Today was off the Richter scales. If you enjoy today, I need y'all to do something. Y'all need to share. This needs to go viral, what I shared today. You need to share it with your mom, your cousin, and all like that. Go tell them to go watch what this, because you ain't never heard nobody break down the game with the spiritual side of the Bible like this. You ain't never heard nobody. You need to go share this. This need to go viral. This needs to go viral. Are you Ruth? Are you Naomi? Or are you Jezebel? Are you Ahab? Or are you a eunuch? And baby boy, we got a lot of men who are eunuchs. They ain't producing nothing. They enjoy the act, but they ain't producing nothing. It is rumored, and I don't know how true it is, one of our great inventors was a eunuch, and that was George Washington Carver. Fact finding. Fire stream today. Appreciate it. Y'all need to go share this. So I know people are going to go back and digest and cut it up, whatever the case may be. I'm glad we went there. How to find a healthy relationship. I think you got what I was telling you today. We have trust issues. That's what they said about George Washington Carver, that he was a eunuch. And that's why his voice never fully did. You ever hear, I heard tapes of him talking. His voice never fully developed. We have a lot of men who are eunuchs. They are Ahabs. Modern day simps. Or if you, since everybody want to be, what did Black Jack call it? Ahabians. Ahabians. We got the YouTubians and we got the Ahabians out here. LDA clip parts on your, I'm about to talk to my editor. We got a clip today. Today was fire. If you enjoyed, share it, Cash App, all that stuff, man. This has been a teaching, man. I wish John was here. We would have been going back and forth with this. Dude, do you understand what we was talking today? Are you Ahab? I'm talking to you, brothers. Are you Ahab? Are you a eunuch? Or are you Elijah? Are you able to speak and fire comes down from heaven? Or are you, oh ladies, are you Naomi? Or are you Ruth? Or are you Jezebel? Somewhere those characters are playing out in your present day life. This is Lawrence C. Adams. This is when spirituality and the game combines. You got the thinking class. If you enjoy this, well, we got to do part 2 with Jana. Okay, we got to do that. Adopt. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat room. I'm going to cut it right there. I adopted by a white family that did it after he was known to be going to bed with someone. Yeah, that is very true, Blackjack. That is very true. That did happen. Do a part 2 with John O. LG. I might have to. Was Elijah 3:1 taken into heaven and never died? I think so. He was. Yep, I think he was. That is very true. That's good. So you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, share this. Make this. We need to make this go viral. VIRA. Viral. Make it go viral. AL. Come on, make it go viral. What was shared today. Some people might take it out of context. Oh, LDA, you saying all of that? No. Are you Ahab? Are you a eunuch? Are you Jezebel? Are you Ruth? Are you Naomi? Are you Boaz? Who are you in this? Or are you? I didn't say about this. I ain't say this one. Let me say this one. I'm gonna go. Y'all ready for this one? You ready for this one? If you ready for this one, put a 1 in the chat room. And I'm gonna leave after this one. I promise you, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave after this one. You ready? Just one last thing I'm gonna say. If you ready, put a 1 in the chat room. Put a 1 in the chat room for this one. And I'm leaving. The music already started. Okay. I'm gonna say this last thing. And I'm going. I gotta go. A part 2 with John is needed will substantiate your claims as marriage men and invalidate those arguments. Okay. I'm gonna put this 1. Now we talked about Naomi, we talked about Ruth, we talked about Boaz. Could it be that a lot of men are Ruth's dead husband and she has moved on without you? Oh, I'm gone on that one. Could it be that a lot of men are dead, not physically, but mentally and spiritually, and now your Ruth has moved on? I'm going to leave on that one. Peace. And you know what I'm going to say. And beard grease. The Walking Dead. Don't be silent and Samson. Too much right there, ODA. The Walking Dead. Let me put the peace.